And a top focus and WION at this hour. Israel carried out airstrikes on the Gaza Strip in response to rocket fire from the coastal enclave. The strikes came as the military began withdrawing forces from Jenin and West Bank after a major two-day operation in the area. Residents of the Gaza Strip said that the Israeli aircraft launched a series of airstrikes at the sites in the coastal Palestinian territory. The Israeli military began withdrawing troops from Jenin in the West Bank late Tuesday. Now, the intense two-day operation killed at least 12 Palestinians, drove thousands from their homes, and also left a wide swathe of damage in its wake. Sporadic fighting between Israeli troops and the Palestinian fighters continued in various parts of the Jenin Refugee Camp. Delaying the pullout, the Israeli army said that a soldier was killed in fighting late Tuesday, but gave no further details. A suspected car ramming and stabbing attack in Tel Aviv injured at least 7 people. On Tuesday, before the suspect was shot dead, speaking at the scene of the attack, the police chief said that the culprit was a resident of the West Bank and was shot dead by an armed passerby. The Gaza Strip is a stretch of land located along the Mediterranean coast between Egypt and Israel. Israel and the Palestinian Authority have both asserted the right to control the area. Remember, both Israel and Palestinians claim Jerusalem as a capital city. Before Israel became a nation, the majority of people dwelling in the region were Arabs. Israel declared independence in 1948, marking the first Jewish state in over 2,000 years. Soon, a war broke out between Israel and the 5 Arab nations that are Jordan, Iraq, Syria, Egypt and Lebanon. At the end of the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, Egypt was given control of the Gaza Strip. However, during the Six-Day War in 1967, Israel gained back control and seized the Gaza Strip. After Israel's 2005 pullout, Hamas won elections and took control of Gaza. Now, since 2006, Hamas has occupied the Gaza Strip. For more on this, we're now being joined by correspondent Jody Cohen, who's joining us live from Ranana. Hi, Jody. Now, what can you tell us about the latest on what's happening in Jenin, Gaza and Israel at the moment?
Hi, Raisha. So the IDF has ended its operation in Jenin and withdrawn all the troops as of Wednesday morning. According to the Palestinian Health Ministry, 13 Palestinians died, and the IDF says that all of those were militants. The Jenin mayor says that 4,000 people left the city, and they're thought to have left to avoid being caught in the crossfire and are expected to return. There's been damage, as you said, left in the streets and to buildings. The army said that that was necessary because explosives were found in community locations like mosques and the roads, and the clear-up is likely to begin now. Now, the final withdrawal of the Israeli troops follows the Israeli strike on militant targets in Gaza, which came after 5 rockets were fired from Gaza. And remember, Gaza hadn't previously been involved in this round of fighting, so that was something new. It also came after the Israeli soldier was killed as the troops were withdrawing, and after the car ramming and stabbing attack in Tel Aviv, which you said, as you said, injured a number in serious condition, including a pregnant woman who has reportedly lost her baby. So while this operation has now ended, there isn't optimism that this is actually the end.
Right, Jody, you speak of the on-ground situation there, but talk to us about what's likely to happen next. Is this likely to be the end of the fighting, or at least this round of fighting?
So the Palestinian Authority believes that the violence is the result of occupation, of settlement construction, and a lack of a peace process. And President Abbas has actually said that he's ending the coordination with Israel. Now, he has said that several times in the past, which has been short-lived thanks to mediation from the United States. Prime Minister Netanyahu, meanwhile, said he's not expecting this to be a one-off operation. Israel went into Jenin to target the infrastructure of internationally recognized terror groups like Hamas and Islamic Jihad after a string of attacks on Israeli civilians, many of which originated from Jenin. Now, the ultra-nationalists in Netanyahu's coalition will be pushing for tough action, and Israel said it will go again if necessary. Meanwhile, the armed groups are expected to try to rearm and rebuild, and it remains to be seen if there's any possible scope for Israel and the Palestinian Authority possibly to find a way together to control Hamas and Islamic Jihad in the West Bank, which is in both of their interests. But first, of course, the security coordination would need to be restored between the two.
Right, Jody, thanks very much for joining us in WION at this hour and sharing insights with us. Thanks very much.
Thank you.